Okay, this video is to show you how to use my Social Security retirement calculator. And what I'm going to do before I even get started is put in, let's see, I'm married, state Minnesota, and put in earned income. Put in your current salary. Just for example, $100,000, and press calculate. And what you're going to get here is, if you look at your net income, $75,938. So what this is telling you is, if you're making $100,000, you're netting about $76,000. So that gives you an idea of how much money you're going to need during retirement. Now I'm going to back up, clear that out, and put in some Social Security information. Married, state's Minnesota, PIA, I'm going to put in 2,600 for me, and 860 for my spouse. PIA means principal insurance amount. That's the amount of your Social Security benefit at your full retirement age. And my full retirement age is 66. So is my wife's. So I'm going to put those in, and now I'm going to calculate. Now this is going to say how much Social Security, our combined Social Security income is going to be. And it's going to be $46,800. And if I look down here at the bottom, the net income is $46,800. So if that's my only income, it's all going to be tax-free. Now if I go back and put in, for example, that I retire at 65 and my wife retires at 63, and calculate, you can see that the Social Security income has gone down from 46,000 something to 37,000. That shows the effect of changing your retirement age. You get less income. Now let me go back. What if I retire at 70 and my wife retires at 64? I can calculate, and I can see, well, now I'm up to 55,000, and it's still all tax-free. And let me go back again. Let me change back to full retirement age of 66 for both of us, and point out the first calculation here. If you look at these numbers here, PIA, that never changes. That's your benefit at your full retirement age. That's the number that you entered. Adjusted is, that shows how it changes. Those numbers change based on the age you say you're going to retire at. And this spousal excess is an additional amount your spouse can get based on your retirement ages. So at our full retirement age, my spouse is eligible to get half of my benefit. Well, half of 2,600 is 1,300, and if you add 860 and 440, sure enough, it turns out to be 1,300. So that's an additional benefit. That changes too based on your retirement age. Let me go back and show you, if I retire at 65 and my wife retires at 63, and I calculate, you can see, okay, PIA stays the same, that never changes. But now, since I retired early, I'm not going to get as much. My wife's not going to get as much, and the excess isn't going to be as much. And that's the calculation. That's something you don't have to do anymore, is calculate at different ages how your benefit's going to be adjusted. But let's say that you've got some retirement income, and let me just put in a number here, 500,000 you've got in your Roth or in your IRA or your 401k. That's going to generate income, and that income's taxable. So now when I calculate, these numbers haven't changed, but now I'm getting income from my IRA, $20,000. And you can see here that all of a sudden I've got a number in taxable Social Security income. Because I've got this income, part of my Social Security is being taxed. $3,341 of it's being taxed. And now when I add the retirement or my investment income to my Social Security income, you can see down here that federal taxes and state taxes are coming out. So this is the other calculation. How much of your Social Security is taxable when it's combined with other income? That's not a trivial calculation. I mean, you can do it, but if you're going to run through a bunch of scenarios, it's hard to do. And that's kind of the benefit of this calculator, is it does those calculations for you. And all you have to do is say, okay, I'm going to retire at age 67. My wife's going to retire at age 65. How is that going to work out? Well, you can see how it's going to work out. You can see how that's going to compare. Since you retired after 66, it went up. Here's your total income, and now you can see how much of it's going to be taxed and how much of your Social Security is taxable. The website's got a bunch more documentation and information about Social Security, but hopefully this video has given you enough information so you can figure out what to do to run some scenarios yourself. And by the way, this fits exactly on a page, so if you do Control P to print it, you'll end up with one page with all your results if you want to get a hard copy. Thanks for watching.